What up, y'all? It's your boy, the MC slash journalist, Bear Grizzly Gerard Horton. Hope everyone is well, peaceful, respectful, blessed, and even though I can't see you, and hopefully you see me, I do want to wish you guys a great day. Haven't been here in a while, so I'm feeling good. I told myself when a hot topic comes around that I wouldn't jump on the carousel of people who give their opinion on it. But in the case of Zion Williamson, I do want to give my opinion on it. I think everyone should know because it's a hot topic right about now that he's been getting dragged by almost everyone on the internet, podcasters, vloggers, blog sites, news reports, television, when he went and said the gender of his baby with the alleged baby mother, and his side chick, who's a porn chick, came up and had something to say, and then, from my understanding, another chick came up and also had some things to say. And I want to give my opinion on it. First and foremost, that's his personal business. But he made it public, and he's a public figure. And in 2023, it almost gives permission to everyone to have an opinion on it, whether good or bad, right or wrong. So I'm going to join the many people who spoke about this young man and the decisions he has made. First and foremost, I'm going to cut right to the chase because I don't like to dilly-dally, and I just want to get to my point, get it out of here, and be gone. Let's remove social media from Zion Williamson's situation. Let's do that. Let's remove social media from his situation. And what you will find is that his scenario is no different from, I'm going to guesstimate, maybe 50% of athletes and entertainers and prominent people with money, famous people, men in general, black men specifically, young men in general, young black dudes specifically. It's not uncommon to have a baby with someone that people perceive to be a little loose. In fact, it's kind of common throughout the history of the NBA, specifically, where their high-profile athletes have made questionable decisions in regards to their love life and sexual activity. Let's go down the list. You know what's funny is the first person that I looked up was Dr. J. And Dr. J said that his daughter, this is the first thing that popped up. I'm assuming that it's proof and it's recorded. It's the internet. Said he conceived his daughter, Alexandra Stevenson, when her mother wasn't able to give him oral sex due to her braces. What? The only reason Dr. J smashed was because he couldn't get some top from the woman. He didn't want that metal to touch his skin. And he had a baby. He wasn't in love. Just a thing. I think he admitted that. You got Will Chamberlain, Wilt the Stilt, the man of numbers, 10,000, allegedly, women that he slept with. I'm sure all of them were church-going, dare I say, respectable women. He may have some porn stars in there. Some women who made some decisions that respectable women probably wouldn't make. Probably had some dancers from the Playboy Club. Carmelo Anthony stepped out on Lala, had another baby. Dwayne Wade stepped out on Gabrielle. Allegedly. I'm not sure if they was in a timeout or whatever, but she stuck with him. But I know he had another baby. Rumors of Michael Jordan. People coming out. Most recently, May Udoka stepped out on Nia Long. Nia, when I see her. Come on, man. Have you guys ever been in a strip club? It's tantalizing. It's appealing. It's seductive. It's alluring. Doesn't excuse the behavior of Zion Williamson. The biggest mistake is him getting on social media and putting his business out there. But he's 22. He grew up in the age of social media. And yeah, he looked like a goofy smiling with a chick who, by all accounts, has hit the jackpot because she has a connection to this dude for the remainder, basically, of her life and his life. Whether they talk frequently or infrequently, it's going to be a connection. She's going to be known as the mother of his child, his first child. And that means a lot. That's significant. But if you remove that social media post, the gender reveal, and just deal with the situation, it's not uncommon for athletes to have babies with these chicks. And I also want to say that that gold digging, that perception of loose women, thoughts, if you will, throwback term, hood rats, whatever you want to call it, it comes in different shapes and forms. It's not always just the stripper chicks that's out for the money. It could be those chicks who look respectable. You see it also with other dudes who get these women and then the divorce come out. And these women, their affairs are not as public and messy as the other women who are strippers or adult entertainers or have questionable photos on social media, but their motives is just the same. You can't judge a woman by her profession and, you know, the perception you may have of her. There's women out here with regular jobs doing the same thing and looking for a come up. Who knows? She may have his best interest in hand. She may be good for him. I don't know. I don't know. Because she's a former stripper and other reports of her being a scammer, and I don't know her name. I don't think it's important at the moment. You guys can look it up. But she might have his best interest in hand. I don't know. You know the term. Don't turn up into a housewife. It's whole true. But in some cases, dudes are cool with that. And I think him getting on the internet and putting it out there, I think that has allowed people to delve into that topic of dudes wifing up strippers or wifing up these women who have questionable pasts, who have BBLs, you know, who may be clout chasing, things of that nature. But that's the way of the world right now, man. That's the way of the world. That's what's happening right now. We can't walk around and act like he's one of one. That he's the only, I don't even call him a simp. It's just what it is. When you go on social media, you see these women, and I'm no different from anyone else. I'll be like, damn, she look decent. Damn, she look good. The only difference is that when I, even though, well, I'm not gonna say I haven't. I may have, out of boredom or rolling the dice, hey, why not? I'm in town, slid in a DM or two. Not frequently, but I ain't gonna say never, because receipts may come up at a future date and someone say, man, hey, screenshot something. You remember you told me this? Hey, I'm not gonna deny it. But the only difference between me and Zion Williamson and these other notable people with money and fame is that they respond back. Like, really? Zion Williamson in my DM? He's no different from me. He's no different from these other men out here who are attracted to these women, even though they may be bad for them. You might ask, well, he's raw dogging these chicks. Come on, man. Don't act like it's just him. This is what's going on. I'm not rationalizing or justifying this man's behavior. I'm not saying it's cool. I'm not saying I would do it. I'm just saying that it's common. It's historically proven that these athletes, whether it be their occupation, whether it be their preference, going town to town, city to city, across the country, across the world, they choose these women. Sometimes they don't wife them up, but they have them though. Sometimes they don't have a baby with them, but sometimes they do. And I think that if he didn't go on social media, the porn star chick would never said anything about it. He could have told her, man, I'm having a baby. And she would have been, I don't know if she would have been cool with it, but I don't think she would have made a public fuss about it. I think as time goes on, hopefully he will learn to be honest. You know, I think the women he deal with know that he has other women. And I don't know if he's telling them that, but the reality of it is that going further, hopefully he will learn that he needs to establish parameters. He needs a foundation when dealing with these women. he need to tell them, hey, this is what it is. There ain't gonna be none of that. This is what it is. I'm dealing with other chicks. This is what I need you for. This is what I can provide you with. Are you with it or not? And if she bring no receipts up, I think the collateral damage will be a lot less, and quite possibly it'll be non-existent. Just let them know. You know? And that's not pimping or player, and you know, but he can't be confused as a simp. People cannot, you know, really fall him. If we go into the morality of everything, that's a whole different subject. But we're dealing with the surface of what it is. The morality thing, the thing of it is, hey man, get you a wife, settle down, build you a family, etc. But how many people LeBron James? How many people come up through the ranks, and from all we know, that's the perception of him being with the one woman, having kids, being a great dad or whatever. You know, 9 times out of 10, well, not 9 times out of 10, but more times than not, a lot of us men, we're not doing the right thing in regards to dealing with these women. And that's the truth of the matter. So while we're criticizing this man, we need to look in the mirror a little bit also too. And once again, I'm not rationalizing or justifying his behavior. I would never went on social media with her and, hey, look at this and the other. But, you know, eventually it probably would have came out, but it would have been less impactful if people would have just found out gradually or over time, organically, hey, damn, that's his baby mama? Really? But you see with the Ball brothers, they getting reality TV stars, and it is what it is, man. And people may ask also too, I was just looking at the timer. I'm gonna cut this off in a couple minutes. This actually went longer than what I wanted to, but yeah, I had an opinion on this. People may ask, well, why these people are, you know, Shaq with Brittany Renner, and why these people are still, you know, rotating with the same chicks. These chicks they specialize in getting in that circle. You know, it's not a 6 degree of separation. They know people who know these guys, and, you know, they get in that situation. You know, they're not talking to a random chick at Walmart. You know? So it is what it is. But like I said, in concluding this, it's a lot of other NBA players who, you know, you can go down the line. It's just he went on social media, he put his business out there, and now he's like the laughing stock of the internet, and people are calling him a simp, or, yeah, and it's goofy what he did, but, you know, he looks naive. He looks a little bit like, hey, you know, but a lot of these young guys like that, man. There's no basis, there's no player principles and no foundation of people telling them what it is and what it ain't and what they should do. And if they is doing that, they're not abiding by it. They're not going by the rules of what you do and what you can do and what you shouldn't do. So I'm gonna leave it at that. And I asked you guys the question, if social media wasn't in play with this situation, would he have been ridiculed just the same? And is it as bad as these other NBA players over time who have done the same thing by wifing up these chicks. But y'all know the drill. I actually need y'all to hit the notification button, subscribe, and leave comments and let me know what you guys think. So with that said, I'm gonna get up out of here. I'm just thinking to see, even though I went over my time limit, did I miss any points? The removal of social media, him not being any different from other athletes and entertainers. Come on. It is what it is. I don't know if it's an attraction to that. I don't know. Y'all think it go hand in hand? You know, over time, the president messing with Marilyn Monroe. Come on, man. Y'all know what it is, man. Let's not act like this is something that is new. It's not. It is what it is, yo. So, I'm gonna get out of here. Just wanted to talk. I'm gonna holler at y'all. 2 fingers are for victory. I'm out. Feel good, function. My consumption is more than your rent due. Been through Jamaican to Hindu. Exaggeration, United Nations.